this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for a bit of a different video today. I thought let's come along and have a play and make a couple of new home cards. So I'm going to be using my Country Cottages kit. And yeah, I've cut a couple of pieces of card. I've got some white card and I've got this craft coloured card into A5 size. And then I've also got page 3 of my greeting cards sentiments, which has obviously got new home on there. So yeah, let's kind of have a play and see what we can create. So as soon as I created this kit, I thought, wow, this is going to be absolutely brilliant for new home cards. So I thought let's come along and see if it is. So I'm just going to cut these down. I love the shape of these little bits. And I just thought these would be absolutely perfect for a card, you know, because they're not kind of just a boring old square or rectangle. They're in these beautiful shapes. So let's cut that one down like that. Okie dokie. And this I have printed on, I think this is 250 GSM cardstock. So it's not kind of your thinnest card. It's a bit thicker than that. Okay. Well, it's a lot thicker than copy paper. I don't know whether I would really call it actual card. I suppose I would. It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty thick and durable anyway. So let's just take that like that. Okay, okay. So, and they're a good size, aren't they, on this A5, you know, greeting card. They're a good size. So I'm going to rough the edges up of these because I do really like roughed up edges. Now I might do one of these cards as a very vintage style and one as a very, you know, I don't know, maybe shabby chic. And the only reason I say that is because now I've put this on that white card, it straight away is kind of like, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It's kind of like crying out to me for just being, you know, a shabby chic card rather than vintaged up. So that's why I'm kind of thinking let's leave that one, you know, and not kind of distress it and, you know, make it look vintage. But yeah, let's do one vintage and one not vintage, I think would be really, really nice. So just having a look to see whether we might want to put some paper in the background. So I do really love the craft coloured card, and so I, you know, would like to leave some showing if I possibly can. So let's just take that down there like that. Oh dear, shoddy folding going on there, which obviously shoddy folding is going to lead to shoddy tearing. So yeah, we couldn't leave that as it was. It looked pretty awful, didn't it? Okay. So that one, and oh dear, right, take it up here, and then I'm going to have to rough the edges of the other two sides which we've not torn, because of course they're not going to quite look right, are they? So we'll just rough these edges up. Now this is, I think this is 102 GSM, so again it's not copy paper, but it's not thick either. It's not like this you know, this card that I used for printing the houses. So yeah, it's thicker than copy paper, but it's still, you know, it still is very much paper thickness. So there we go. Okay, oops. Now those edges look considerably more tatty than the other edges. So let me just tatty those other edges up. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Right, let's move this one to the side a bit. So, right, did we rough this up? We did, didn't we? But I think it needs a bit more roughing up even still. Okay. Yeah, love how that looks. Right, now obviously with this one is going to be our grungy one. So we're going to, you know, grunge it up quite a bit. So take my distress blendy tool, if I can actually see it anywhere, which, oh, where has that gone? No idea. Honestly, how can these things be here one minute and then gone as soon as you come to use them? they then disappear. And that's just all the time. You know, if you are someone who makes videos, share with me. Do you feel my pain? Is this the same type of thing that happens to you, that you're all set for doing your video and then suddenly you come on to do it, and then lo and behold, you've lost all of your things that you thought you'd dug out and were all prepared. They've all gone. Yep. Okay, right. Let's just ink that up. Okay, so we've got that one. Okie dokie. Okay, so yeah, loving how that looks so far. Very pretty. Now, just happen to have this gorgeous green lace, which it's just kind of like calling me at the side. I just wonder whether we could have some of that on here at all. Well, or maybe we should have that on the shabby chic one. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have it on here. Maybe we should have it on the shabby chic one, I'm thinking. Perhaps it's not really got much place here after all. Right, let's just take this ticket. Just layer this up in the background. So I hope everyone's having a nice day, doing some crafting, having a fun time. Hope you're all working on some lovely projects. You know, do share the projects that you're working on, because it's always nice to hear what people are working on. You know, it can be so inspirational if you're sat kind of in a bit of a slump, you know, creative slump, sort of not knowing what to do. I sometimes think just reading through the comments and, you know, hearing what other people are working on can be so inspirational. There we go. Yeah, I just fancied making a couple of cards. You know, I do not buy cards. I can't bring myself to buy them because I just think they're so expensive. And when we've got all of this material at our fingertips, you know, that we do obviously as crafters, it just seems too wicked to actually go off and then buy, you know, buy a card. So yeah, it's my stinginess that prevents me from buying a card. But you know, I'm glad that I don't, because you know, they're really expensive, aren't they? And to be honest, it's such fun making them. Why would you want to, you know, why would you want to or need to? It's much more fun to make your own, isn't it? Now I'm going to just rough the actual card itself. Okay. Okay. So I mean, you know, it doesn't look vastly roughed up, but yeah, just to give it a bit of texture there. Okay. So that looks quite good, doesn't it? And then we're going to have this one like that. So yeah, loving that. And then I've just got some ribbon behind me, which I just wondered whether we could have had on there. I'm not sure whether, it's not really the right colour, is it? Oh, I've got this pink polka dot, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the right colour at all. No, that's just weird, isn't it? Although, not too bad there, maybe. Perhaps we'll have to leave that off. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to put this ticket down because I do really like that. Okay. It's just, you know, having extra things really in the background, you know, that's all that ticket's really there for, is just to have a little bit of extra, you know, extra stuff going on, extra interest. So on this then, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to layer it on some different paper. So let's just see whether I've got anything sort of contrasty. So I could do it on this one. Yeah, I might do it on this one and rough this up. So I'm just going to literally glue this down onto here. Now this again is printed on just, you know, 102 GSM, so you know it's not like thick paper or anything. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out but leaving a border so that I can then get in and rough the edges up of the border. So like that. Okay. Like that. And you know, you can probably see, I mean, I've made a terrible job of cutting that out. My border's all over the place. It's not the same size all the way around or anything. But, you know, that's fine. Hopefully it won't really notice too much once it's stuck down because, you know, I'm going to rough the edges up and we're going to distress the, you know, the outside of it anyway. So, you know, it's not actually going to be too much of a big deal. So, there we go. Okie dokie. Okay, right. Now I could leave that not distressed, to be honest. It looks kind of quite pretty and actually maybe is kind of bringing something different to the party. Whereas if I distress it, you know, with the distressing, it's going to then take on the same colour as the rest. So I might even, yeah, I might even go for that not being distressed. So let's just take a little bit more around there. Okay. I think the key is having lots of, you know, texture on these cards. They look really pretty when they do have a lot of texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down now. Again, going to glue it with the hot glue. Lots of thick kind of layers so that hopefully, you know, again, like we do with the junk journal type pieces when we do this method, we're not going to overly press it. So it's going to have quite a raised appearance compared to the rest of the card. So like that. Okay, so you can probably see that's quite raised compared to the rest of the card now. Obviously that glue's still drying, but yeah, already it's kind of, you know, sticking up somewhat to the rest of the card. So I'm just going to take the new home now. Let's take that one. Okay. Now, need to decide where I want this and how I want this to look. So okie dokie. So I'm just wondering whether to actually have this one for, oh, I think I'm going to have that one for the shabby chic one. I'm going to just go for congratulations on this card instead. So, do I want to? Or we could have best wishes. No, I'm going to go for congratulations. Yeah. Now this I have printed on very thick card. This is 250 GSM, and yeah, it's a definite card, this one. So. And the reason I know that is because this particular sheet, my printer had so many problems taking it through. So, yeah, I definitely know that this is a very thick one. Right. Okay. Now, actually, I'm wondering, oh gosh, now I've overdone the ink again. Oh, well, it looks okay, doesn't it? So I think we can still read what that says, so yeah, that's okay. Right. Now, question is where to put it. I do quite like it over here. It's yeah, it's kind of calling out to me to be there. I just need to take it down slightly. And I'm just going to rough this up slightly around the edges. Okay, and then just, yep, ink that. Yeah, oh, I love how that looks. How pretty is that? Now, I've got these ones from, these are from my autumn blush kit, but I just did wonder whether these might go on here. I'm not saying they're going to, but I just kind of had a funny feeling that I thought, these might look okay on here. So I'm just going to just try this. Okay. Let's cut that one down. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think when I did the launch video, I did kind of say that the Country Cottages kit would really lend itself to, you know, a new home card or, you know, any other card. I mean, this obviously we've just put congratulations. So this could be like, you know, retiring. It could be, you know, new job, any of that. I mean, it could be, I don't know. Hey, it could be getting a divorce or something, you know. It's got multiple kind of things that I think you could use this on because we've just written congratulations instead of, you know, new home. But yeah, it looks very, very pretty, doesn't it? So quite like that banner. What do we think? I do quite like it, yeah. The question is where do we like it? I mean, that's probably the best place for it, really. So maybe over there. And then I think we should have a couple of pretty butterflies. So I'll just pull a couple in from here. Okie dokie. And I'm sure I've got some pink pearls. So I'm going to see if we can get some pink pearls on here somewhere as well, because I think they'd look really, really pretty. Okay. Okay, right. Let's quickly ink around this. Oh, we could maybe have it like that. That's rather nice, isn't it? Or do we want that banner somewhere else? Problem is, where I've done that house quite lumpy, obviously the banner doesn't really kind of lay flat now. So, which was what I wanted, you know, don't get me wrong, that is what I was going for. But yeah, I hadn't really obviously thought ahead and thought, well, actually that's going to be problematic when you come to then actually use it. So yeah, maybe I should have thought of that before doing that. Well, that's quite nice, yeah. So I'm going to have it all kind of clustered around there. So I'm just going to put the banner in the background, like that. And then we'll just go over there with the congratulations. Again, leaving it lumpy on there, like that. Okay, and then the butterfly. Oh, perhaps we should have the butterfly down there. Yeah. Okay. I'll just have the butterfly there. I mean, what a gorgeous card is that? Let me just see what. Yeah. I've got these pink pearls now. Again, I don't know whether we can. Whether we'll be able to have these anywhere. But let's just have a look. Because if we could squeeze them in, I'd quite like to have a couple because they are super pretty, aren't they? Okay. Oops. That one. Oh, come on. It was on that sticky back stuff, and obviously I'm peeling it off as I come to use them. So now the sticky back stuff is just stuck all on me. Yeah, what about like that? Do we think with the 3, or do we think it looked better with just 2? Sometimes it's hard to say, isn't it, with things like this. So I'm just going to wet glue these on. The wet glue normally holds things like this pretty well, I find. I always use the Anita's tacky glue. I know I've said this lots of times, but I do get lots of people ask which glue do I use. So yeah, I always do use the Anita's tacky glue, and I have done for years. So they did go through a little brief patch where they seemed to change it, and I wasn't so keen on it, but touch wood, it seems to have gone back now to its original original recipe. So yeah, that's card number 1. Absolutely so cute, isn't it? Just love it. Right, let's do another one. So this one we are going to make much more shabby chic, pretty, kind of, you know, not grungy or anything like that. So, oh, let's hope that I can do this now. I'm looking at it thinking, oh, perhaps I've bitten off more than I can chew, thinking that I can pull this one off as a shabby chic type card. But hey, let's hope that I can. Right, so I'm wondering whether we wanted to go right the way across. Well, let's do that first. So again, I'm just using the background pages from the Country Cottages Kit. You know, that's a good place to start, to be honest. Okay. Like that. And just, yeah, pop that on there. And up here. Okay. So, and again, I'm going to just rough these up, even though, you know, this is going to be a shabby chic one rather than the grungy look. I do really like the texture that roughing the edges up gives you. Oops. Like that. Okay. Now I have to say, I think what would look really cute on this is some of that gorgeous kind of iridescent glitter glue. Now I don't think I've got any left because unfortunately no sooner do I buy that stuff than my daughter obviously uses it because she absolutely loves that iridescent kind of glittery type stuff. So yeah, it doesn't last 5 seconds in my house, but yeah, I'm thinking that would look very, very pretty on this shabby chic one. Right, let's see whether we can use any of this pretty green lace on here, because I think that would look scrumptious. Yeah, maybe down there. Yeah, right, okay, so I'm going to rough this up a little bit. Okay, now I'm wondering, because I was going to keep it very white, but now I'm wondering, should I ink this but in pink or something like that? So yeah, just wondering whether a bit of pink, or what pink have I got? Oh, the one lipstick's very bright, so I'm thinking definitely not that. The Victorian Velvet, that might be okay. Let's just have a look. Get a clean, you know, blendy brush. Blendy sponge. Yeah, this might be, you know, too. Let's just do it on the back. Oh, I don't think I've really got anything that's quite the thing. I have got, I could do with a new one. Oh no, not that one. A new one of these, I think. Let me just get it out. I haven't used this for a really long time and I don't even know whether it's dried up beyond using. Spun sugar. Yeah, I could probably do with a new one of these. It's pretty dry, but let's just see. Oh, it's too dry to use. Oh, what a shame. Oh, I should buy a new one because, yeah, I've had that for years. And to be honest, it's one of those colours that I probably didn't really use it when I first got it. And now I probably would use it quite a bit. So, yeah, I should definitely get a new one. Right, okay. Let's just put a tiny bit on here. This is where I wish that I had that iridescent glitter, because that would just look so pretty, I think, along the side here. I think it would just really, really go beautifully on there. Right, let's just quickly pop this one down. Okay. That's it, plenty of glue. Okay, pop that on there. Like that. And again, where's my glue spreader? There it is. Didn't see it for a minute and I thought, oh, another other thing I've now misplaced. Right, I'm going to have this here. I don't know why I've got a tendency to put it on that side. We could have it this side, to be honest. Wouldn't really matter. Oh, I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go for that Victorian velvet, I think. So, yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound. So I'm going to have to just try and be, you know, oh, look what I've just done. I just then dipped it straight into the vintage photo. What's wrong with me? I'm going to clean one again because that is going to now just spoil that. Oh, I've got another clean one. No. Oh, for goodness sake. What is wrong with me? Right. This is now turning into a disaster video, isn't it? So, right, let me just clean this off. Unfortunately, my walnut stain is super juicy. So, you know, when you want it to be super juicy, it's not. And now look, I literally can't rid myself of that colour. It's so juicy. Okay, right. Now, what did I do with that little sentiment with the new home? What did I do with that, indeed? Oh, no. Where's that disappeared to? There it is. Right. So, go around the edge of this with a bit of the pink. Okay. So my camera is now flashing low battery, so I might even have to come back and do this on another day, or later on today maybe, after I've charged my phone now. So yeah, that's just typical, isn't it? I was, you know, just beginning to make some progress and now it's flashing low battery. So right, love how that looks. Very, very pretty. And then just going to see about this lace. Don't know whether we should not have the lace, you know, and keep it much more just white and pretty and, you know, delicate. Whether the lace actually, you know, detracts from that. Oh, I don't know now. Right, let's just see if we can layer this up at all. Just having a look to see what other papers I've got here. I've got this one which is very pink. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Oh, that is quite pretty. So yeah, let's pop this one down on the very pink background. Okay. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay, and then just cut this one down. Okay. Yeah, just trim it up on this side because this side's a little bit on the wide side. Not the wild side, but the wide side. Okay, just quickly rough this up. Okay, right, fit across the top. Like I say, I mean, it just gives it a bit more interest really to have those rough edges, doesn't it? So yeah, I think that looks quite pretty. Okay, we're going to have new home just to the side there. I'm tempted to leave that lace off, to be honest, because I think actually it possibly is looking prettier without the lace. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Right, let's glue this down. So again, we're going to put this pretty, you know, pretty lumpy bumpy, so as we've got lots of texture, you know, so as it's not going to lay so flat onto the card. So lots of layers there, and then we're not going to press it too hard. So over there, that's it, keeping it raised. Now I've just got this pretty flower here, which was again floating around on the desk, but I thought, well, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Just coming out beneath there. So I'm just going to glue the flower down. Oops. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to put the new home. Oops, best glue this petal down a bit, otherwise we might have problems with that. Okay. Oh, how gorgeous and yummy does that look? I love how that looks. So yeah, let's just take a couple of pretty pearls again. Oops. Now this time I'm thinking, oops, maybe, oh my goodness, come on. Maybe there. Actually, we might even be able to have one in each corner, to be honest. It might look quite pretty. Let's just give it a try. You don't know until you try these things, do you? Oh, I like that. Yeah, I do like that. So just one in each corner. Like that. That's so gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, right. So I'm just going to glue those down with the wet glue here. One. This one. Now this is not really stuck down on this corner. I intentionally didn't really stick it too much because I wanted it to have a sort of lifted effect, but yeah, I'm now kind of thinking, now it's got the pearl on there as well, it perhaps does need to be stuck a little bit more rather than flapping around. There we go. Now this one. Like that. Oh, do you know what I've just thought would look really, really great on this card? Is a big pink bow. So now the question is, am I actually going to have any neutral bows that are going to go with this card? It's very doubtful, isn't it? Because I never ever have the right thing. So no matter how many things I've got printed off, the chances of me having the right thing, super, super slim, aren't they? Super, super slim. Oh, that's probably a little bit too pink. Just a bit on the deep side. Oh, got a green one. That's not really kind of, yeah, I think it would definitely look better with something pink, wouldn't it? Pink, or maybe, you know, the green didn't look too bad, but maybe a slightly paler green. So just having a quick look through. Oh, got a beige one. The beige doesn't look too bad. I mean, to be honest, they all don't look too bad because they are very pretty, you know. But yeah, I mean, looking not too bad isn't necessarily looking good, is it? Oh, that one's quite pretty. Could maybe go at the bottom. Just double check, see if I've got any at all. Oh, come on. I mean, how can it be that we've got all these billions of things and still not got the right thing? And that just mystifies me every single time I come to do a project, really, is how I've got so many things here and still missing the one thing that I would have liked. I mean, that's just a, you know, complete mystery, isn't it, how that can possibly be the case. No, I think, because I also had some roses and I thought, well, let's just see if I've got any roses that would be the right colour, but they're also a little bit on the bright side, annoyingly, because I thought, well, they would look quite cute round. Oh gosh, that's huge. Let's just have a look here. Oh, that's quite pretty on the corner. Oh yeah, just going to put it there. So yeah, it's not a pink bow, but it will do. It will do. So we'll just pop that one down there. Okay. And then I think it's nearly done, but I just would like maybe one butterfly just on there as well. So just take the pink butterfly from the Country Cottages kit as well. So let's just... Honestly, this is such a pretty kit to use, and I know I said it when we were making the little altered file folder, but you know, it's really nice to use different images, and so these cute cottages and things, they just look so gorgeous. So yeah, very fun kit to use. And you know, I do love making handmade cards, and yeah, I should really do it more often, but there's nothing better than having a stash, you know, and having the suitable card, you know, when it comes down to, or comes around to an event, and you're like, oh, I've got a card for that. Yep, that's fine, I have got a card. You know, that just is great, isn't it? Now, do we actually want the butterfly on there? I actually quite like it over here, but I'm not sure how I can get it now glued. Unless I try and glue that flat and then could have it there. So, right, a bit of a sort of military operation here. So I'm going to try and glue this flat there, like that, and then glue this in place of the one that's underneath. But so you can still see where it says new home. So yeah, like that, which actually worked better than I expected. So yeah, that's that one. So I hope that you like them both. Let's put them both together and we can kind of see them. So like I say, I mean, they could be used for a variety of things. Wouldn't have to be used as a new home card, but you know, obviously that's what I had kind of intended. I mean, that one obviously says new home, but this one just says congratulations. So it could be for, you know, a variety of different things. So I hope that you like them, and you know, the Country Cottages kit, that's available in my Etsy shop as a digital download. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.